All right, the first step is you want to turn off the water to the house. Then you're going to get some channel action. You're going to loosen the water supply line that leads from the shutoff valve up to either your sink or your toilet. In this case, it's a toilet. And so you can see I'm just twisting it with my fingers. And once you get that, you want to have a bucket underneath there just in case, because there's going to be some water falling out of there. And you want to catch it. You don't want it dripping everywhere. But look, there's no water. That's cool. So anyway, that's the shut-off valve. You turn it counterclockwise to open it and clockwise to close it. I'm going to stuff this supply line up behind the toilet so it's out of the way. And now I think I'm going to take the collar off of this so we can take a look at this plunger, because I fixed this plunger, but you know what? It just kept on leaking. So I'm going to just take it off. You've got to turn the handle to get it off. You can see there's some water dripping out of there. And it looks like it's good, but something's wrong with it. So we're going to have to take the whole thing off and cut it. I'm going to pull this tape off of here. And we're going to get our cutter and we're going to cut that pipe. All right, so this is an HDX cutter. It's good for like, I think, 5/8. You know, it's good for a 1/2 inch pipe. So that's the most important thing. There's a little yellow knob on it, and you've got to turn it clockwise to tighten it and counterclockwise to loosen it. What you want to do is you want to get that as close as you can to the collar, because the blade's somewhere in the middle of the thing. So you're going to lose about a little bit less than 1/2 inch when you cut on the pipe. And on this pipe, I need at least an inch to put my shark bite on. So I got to measure it and make sure that I'm not cutting too much of the pipe off, because this is going to be really close. So I got my measuring stick down there. I'm taking a look at it, and I see that I've got over an inch. So I should be good by over a 1/4 inch for the shark bite, and we can go ahead and cut this. And so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to tighten it down, and then I'm just going to go around in a circle until the thing pops off. And see how I'm moving it there? I'm going to tighten the top. I'm going clockwise. And next I'm just going to spin it all the way around the pipe. And you can see it's starting to cut it. And then I tighten it a little bit more. And bam, there she goes. She's off. A nice, clean 90-degree cut. That's what you want. All right, I need it 3/4 of an inch, and I've got just over an inch. I'm looking good. This should fit perfectly. Now we've got to deburr it, and we've got to put the emery paper on it. All right, so the shark bite people have this little tool. It's a deburring tool, and also it's a depth tool. So what you do is you just slide it over the pipe on whatever inch, if you've got this is a 1/2 inch, so I'm in the 1/2 inch hole there, and I'm just making a mark. That's how far I got to push that shark bite on there. But also it's a deburring tool, so when I twist it around, what it does is it takes the little burrs off of the copper pipe, and you can feel it right on the end there. All right, next I'm going to get some emery paper, and it's like sandpaper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the corrosion off the pipe. I'm just going to put it around the pipe. I'm going to twist it, and I'm going to clean it until it gets into a nice golden coppery look on it, and make sure I make it nice and even so that the shark bite slips on there and fits really good, and we don't have any leaks. If you've got any like pieces of junk on it, you want to make sure you get it off. All right, that looks pretty good. See how it's nice and shiny? That's the way you want it. No chunks on there. All right, let's grab that orange deburring tool again, and let's check our depth. Let's push it on there. We're going to grab a Sharpie marker, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a line on there, and that's how deep we've got to push the shark bite, so we know how far it's got to go in. We don't want to stick it halfway on there. We want to get it all the way on there, so that tells us where we got to go. Let me just make sure I got it marked really good. Use that Sharpie. It gets a good, nice, dark line on it so you can see it. All right, it looks pretty clean. There's no burrs on it. I think we're ready to put our shark bite on. So what I've done too on this collar is I pushed it way up here so that I can see behind here to make sure that this gets to the edge of that line that I drew on the pipe. That's where it's got to go. So then I can just push this back once I've got it on there. So, and you can see it makes it look really nice. It's a nice presentation here. And all we got to do is just push it on like that, and it's done. This is the sharkbite water shutoff valve. It's a 1/4 turn. All I got to do is I'm going to push it onto the pipe, and it takes a little push in there. You don't want to break your pipe in there, so you got to go a little bit gentle. But as you can see, I'm having a little bit of problem, but I'm going to get it on there. And I just got to get it all the way to that line that I drew, and then I'll be set. If you notice, I did buy a collar, a new collar to put on there, and I slid it up on the shark bite so that I could push it onto the wall. And now I just pushed the collar back towards the wall, and I'm pushing the shark bite back on a little bit tighter just to make sure I got it in there. And I think I'm good. Next thing we got to do is we got to put our water supply line on. And that's pretty simple. All we do is bring it down. As you notice, I put some Teflon tape on there or some plumber's tape, and that's always good. That'll help protect you from leaks, and I would recommend doing that. And so we're going to go ahead and hand tighten it first, and then I'm going to get my channel locks on it and tighten that baby down. And bam, Bob's your uncle. We got a brand new water shutoff valve, sharkbite, for our toilet. Now this is the first time I did it, so if I can do it, so can you. Right now it's in the off position. I got to go downstairs and turn the water on, and then we're going to see if it leaks. Cross your fingers. Oh my God. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and check out my other awesome videos. Peace out.